Hello everyone, this is Kosher Bacon, and welcome to a very, very special edition of Let's Talk. We're going to be doing it in the wonderful world of Minecraft. What is Minecraft? If you seriously just ask me that question, you need to rethink your life, or figure out where that rock you've been living under is, because it sounds nice over there. So, what am I doing? So normally when I do a Let's Talk, I like to have nice scenery in the background. I decided, instead of Skyrim like normal, let's try it out in Minecraft. Here we go. I notice whenever I record a video of Let's Talk or whatever, and I'm just pointing at whatever, the mouse jerks back and forth. It can be a little disorienting. So I turned on the cinematic camera. Camera? That's how you pronounce it, right? Yeah. Anyways, so we're just going to wander off into the distance, looking for cool things. I'm actually going to turn the cinematic camera off. I don't like it. Sorry. I'm just trying not to jerk it back and forth like that. Apologies for the nausea. So, today's topic of conversation that I wanted to discuss is realism in video games. And I realize I probably picked the wrong game for that, but that's fine. So, I was thinking about it earlier, playing Half-Life, right? I drove over, a couple episodes ago in my Half-Life Let's Play, I drove over a crate, got a new weapon. I was kind of wanted to mention it at the point, but I forgot to. Did I seriously just pick up a gun, stick it in my backpack, just by having my car's wheel go over a crate that it contained? That's not very realistic, and granted, Half-Life, is it trying to be a realistic game? No. So let's talk about... Oop, didn't mean to fly. I am in creative because I don't want to bother food and all that. I'm just looking around at the weird-looking blacksmith house. This is supposed to be a blacksmith. This is meant to be an anvil, but there weren't anvils in the game at the time. And now Mojang feels it would be somewhat unbalanced to have them. Although I'd argue iron is dirt cheap in this game. You can get enough iron for an anvil pretty easily with the default settings. So yeah, kind of weird. I might fly up this mountain if this dead ends. Oh yeah, let's just do that quickly. Recipe block. Asterisk. This should give me recipe give. Here. That gives you all the recipes if you don't want to be bothered with the pop-ups every time you craft a wooden stick. Here, let's just fly around for a bit. Maybe flight is the better way to do this. Yeah, I was a little afraid of that. Normally my computer has no difficulty rendering. It's pretty powerful. I have decent Java arguments to keep things running smoothly, but with OBS running along with me playing, it might not be so good. So I'll probably just... Oh, wow, why is that all the way up at 32? Never mind. There we go. That should be better. Why was that up at 32? I'm a madman. I was probably using 32 render distance or something and forgot about it. It's been a while since I played Minecraft. I'm looking forward to the 1.13 update. Sounds like we're getting a lot of cool new features, so I might do a Minecraft Let's Play. I know, that's the cliche. More so than Fortnite, the guy with the bad microphone playing Minecraft. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. So, realism in video games. Some video games, like Minecraft, don't really bother with realism, as per everyone's first video where they punch a tree and, oh no, it's still in the air. Minecraft is not meant to be a realistic game. It's a sort of cartoony look to it. I'm not sure what Minecraft is trying to be. It's got an XP bar, it has some RPG elements. It's a sandbox game at its core, honestly. You build or explore or farm or fight or do whatever. It's very versatile, and that's been very good for its popularity, because a lot of people play this game, honestly. It's gotten popular, and while it might not be the hottest topic ever of all time, a lot of people still play it. There's a joke that now that Fortnite's out, all the cringy 12-year-olds have moved on to that, so Minecraft's actually going to be good again, but I don't think because younger people got attracted to a fan base makes the game itself bad. Like, I don't play multiplayer, so for me it's always just been single player, and I've enjoyed every update. I liked the combat update 1.9. I know that was a bit of a controversial thing for a lot of people, but because I didn't do PvP all that much, it's probably the one thing I'll never do in this game. Yeah. because I don't do PvP that much, I thought it was interesting. It was a bit of weird getting used to Minecraft actually being somewhat harder on hard mode, because, like, let's talk difficulty, right? What difficulty am I playing at? Yeah, let's get a water bucket. Where are they? Misc? Yeah. Still getting used to where they moved everything in the inventories. Yeah, water bucket. So, giving yourself some blocks, and a weapon, and a water bucket, even without armor. What am I doing? I want miscellaneous. Let's get some creepers going, right? So here, let's give myself some food, too, for when they try to kick my butt. So here I am, I'm in survival. Oh no, there's creepers. Like, with this water bucket here, I can wash the creepers away. I can use it to my advantage. I can survive dropping down a thing over there. Oh no, they're coming up the cliffside. I can pour it down the cliffside. Water keeps them away from me. And using a bow and arrow, I can keep them at a distance. And you're rarely ever going to run into that many creepers at once. And that's the other thing. Creepers, you can just run away, as long as you're not stuck in some obnoxious terrain. The game volume might be too loud. I apologize if it is. Give me just a second there. Here, let's turn the master volume down to 60. I think that would be a good balance. So anyway, the point is that back in 1.7, that would have been even less challenging, because I could have spam clicked with the sword. A couple things were a little more powerful. Shields weren't a thing back then, but you could block with the sword, and that did reduce damage done to you. Here, flying might be too fast. No, maybe let's not sprint fly. Let's just normal fly. Back in 1.8, you couldn't sprint while flying, or 1.7, so it was a real pain traveling at this speed, and it was pretty fast even then. It wasn't pretty fast even then. I like the new villages from 1.10. I think they look pretty cool. This is a very cool looking thing, I think. I wish they would update all the structures, because that just looks sore and out of place. But anyway, moving on. So realism, right? Let's talk gun mechanics. If I have a firearm, right, and I shoot off 2 bullets, and let's call it a Colt 45 1911 with, I forget what size the rounds are, but that holds 6 bullets per magazine, right? And I fire off 2 of them. I can just reload, but it won't magically compress the bullets. If you have bullets in, let's say you have a bunch of spare magazines on belt, right, or whatever. I don't know. I'm not much of a gun enthusiast. I know a little. So the point is, you fire off 2 rounds from a magazine. You eject the magazine, but you hold on to it, and then later you come across it. It won't be magically filled back up to 6. Outside of combat, you'd have to manually fill back up the magazine with rounds. In video games, you just have like one gigantic magazine that dispenses little magazines that will fit into the gun. It's magic. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'd almost need a first-person shooter to explain this, I guess. Maybe I'll explain it in Half-Life too, but because I'm keeping the episodes short, I don't want to waste too much time just talking or explaining something. So that's pretty unrealistic. In real-life combat, obviously, just getting shot in the hand 20 times won't kill you like those guards in Half-Life 1 when they're stuck in the corner and you have to shoot just their hands. It will hurt, definitely, but shots to the hand are rarely fatal. You have to aim for center mass. That's another thing, too, headshots. Undoubtedly, if a bullet passes through your head, through your brain, you're, dead, but realistically, a gunman, a soldier, isn't going to be doing that because firearms are both less and more accurate than games will portray. Like, think the Halo 1 pistol. That thing had a scope on it for 2x zoom, and headshotting with that thing was a lot of fun, but it definitely felt unrealistic. In a real-life scenario with that type of gun, I'm not sure what that was trying to emulate, maybe, I don't know, space future science-y gun. But even so with that, I would aim center mass. But because I know it's a video game, I know you get extra damage if you do headshots. So of course I would always go for headshots. And hiding behind cover, waiting for the screen to turn back to normal. At least in some older games they had a health bar, but you just recovered that by picking up med packs by walking over them. So that's one mechanic I wanted to talk about. Picking stuff up by walking over it. Oh look, there's some redstone lamps on the ground. I can just... now they're in my inventory. Now they're in my inventory. Would it be better if I had to, like, jump on them, press a key to get them? Maybe. It really depends, and this is the big crux here. This is why this is just a ramble, not actually like a definitive anything, honestly. And the ramble is that like everyone wants different things. Some people like that you can just walk over stuff and get it. Other people are like, no, that's kind of unrealistic. It would be better if you had to press a button while looking at it, pick it up, sort of like in real life. Even cooler if you have to wait a couple seconds for an animation for your arm to go reach out and grab stuff. So, you know, where do we draw the line, right? Like, and that's honestly up for the game developers to decide. Minecraft's game developers said, hey, we're not building a realistic game. You can just pick stuff up by walking over it. It'll plop into your inventory. I like the music in this game. It's very nice, calming. So, let's see. That's gun mechanics. That's health regeneration mechanics. What else is unrealistic about games that I want to talk about? I don't know. That might actually be it. Come to think of it, that's all I wanted to talk about. So, what was the point of this? Why did I just waste all our time for the past 10 minutes? I was curious. Does anyone know, like, a really good realistic, like, ultra-realistic video game of anything, honestly, that isn't, like, Chair Simulator 2017 or whatever? Like a first-person shooter where it tries to be the most realistic thing possible. I know there was one FPS released in the past few years where you actually had to keep track of your magazines, because, like I was describing earlier, if you shot two bullets out of a 6-bullet magazine, then ejected that and put in a fresh mag, you would still have that 4-bullet magazine in your inventory, and you'd use that instead. So that could be cool. Maybe something like a Resident Evil 4 inventory type system where instead of, you know, let's just grab some random stuff. Hold on. What was the button for putting stuff directly in your inventory? Not shift. Shift left click? No. Control? I have my keys all configured differently, but I could have sworn. Oh, that was it. So instead of just having these just fit into random slots and everything fits in the same slot, pretend that this is one item and this is another item, these two together. So with this configuration, you couldn't have these all in the same place because this is in the way, so you'd have to play sort of an inventory puzzle. And Minecraft doesn't do that, but there are plenty of games that do. Resident Evil 4 is just one that comes to mind. So that's one way they try and be realistic, because a rocket launcher will take up more space than a health pack, for example. And while we're at it, health packs are pretty unrealistic too, but I wouldn't know. Like, unless you want to get really asinine, where it tracks where you've been hurt on your body and what type of medical equipment you need for that. Honestly, the best thing we've really gotten in recent years is like PUBG, where med packs heal for some bit, and pills heal for some bit, and like med packs will heal you all the way to 100, but there's bandages that will only heal you up to 70% health, then you need to take like stimulants and other stuff. So I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. Minecraft terrain generator, just look at that. Also, I'm not sprinting everywhere, and I don't have a 32 render distance. It looks nice. Like it's not got edges of the world, chunks of the world missing. So anyway, that's my thought. Another real reason why I made this video was to test and see how well Minecraft records. I figured I'd wrap it up with a Let's Talk. So, yeah, that's my Let's Talk. Plans for the future as far as Minecraft. I'd like to record a Let's Play. I'm not sure. Just a regular survival world might be kind of boring. Maybe I'll do a world tour of some of my older worlds that I played before I started recording stuff. We could go through those, see what people like. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.